Welcome to our comprehensive guide on connecting the Siemens S7-1200 PLC with WebAccess HMI Designer 2.1 using the Ethernet port. In this video, we'll walk you through the step-by-step process, from initial hardware setup to configuring communication parameters. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced engineer, this tutorial will help you establish a reliable connection between your PLC and HMI system. Let's start by understanding the basic requirements and what you'll need before diving into the configuration steps. Make sure you have your Siemens S7-1200 PLC, a computer with WebAccess HMI Designer 2.1 installed, and the necessary network cables ready. Before we get hands-on, let's briefly review the system architecture. The Siemens S7-1200 PLC communicates with the WebAccess HMI via Ethernet. The connection is established through a hub or switch, allowing both devices to be on the same local area network. It's important to note that the Siemens PLC driver is designed for hardware use only and is not suitable for Windows-based online simulation. The driver's performance is closely tied to the PLC's CPU characteristics, so always use actual hardware for reliable results. Now, let's move on to the initial PLC setup process. If you're working with a brand new S7-1200 PLC that doesn't have an IP address assigned, you'll need to configure its network settings. Start by setting the Internet Protocol TCP IP properties to obtain an IP address automatically. This allows your computer to detect the PLC on the network. Next, use the Accessible Devices feature in the TIA portal to locate the PLC's MAC address. Once found, load the project tree and press the Show Project Tree button to proceed. This step is crucial for identifying your device and preparing it for further configuration. After identifying your PLC, the next step is to assign it a static IP address. Reset the PLC's IP address settings if this is the first time you're configuring it. Then select Online and Diagnostics and connect to the PLC using its MAC address. Assign a fixed IP address such as 192.168.1.100 and set the subnet mask to 255.255.255.50. This ensures that your PLC will always be accessible at the same network location, which is essential for stable communication with the HMI. Confirm that the IP address has been successfully defined before moving on. With the PLC's IP address set, it's time to create a new project in the TIA portal. Start by launching the software and selecting the correct PLC model from the device list. Enter the assigned IP address 192.168.1.100 and subnet mask 255.255.255.50 into the project settings. This step links your software project to the physical PLC on the network, allowing you to download configurations and monitor device status. Double-check that all settings match your hardware before proceeding to the next step. Once your project is set up, the next step is to download the configuration data to the PLC. This process transfers all network and device settings from your computer to the PLC hardware. Make sure the PLC is connected and powered on. In the TIA portal, use the download function to send the settings. After the download is complete, verify that the PLC is operating with the correct IP address and that it appears in the Accessible Devices list. This confirmation is vital for ensuring smooth communication later. If your S7-1200 PLC already has an IP address assigned, the process is even simpler. Use the Accessible Devices tool to check the current IP address. Then create a new project in the TIA portal, select the correct PLC model and connect using the existing IP. Download any updated settings as needed. This approach saves time and ensures that your PLC remains accessible without needing to reset or reassign network parameters. For users with TIA portal version 13 or higher, there are additional settings to ensure proper communication. Right-click on the data block in your project and select Properties. Uncheck the Optimize Block Access option. This adjustment is necessary for compatibility with WebAccess HMI, as optimized access may prevent proper data exchange. After making this change, the software will prompt you with a message window. Simply click OK to confirm. If your S7-1200 PLC is running firmware version 4, you'll need to configure the protection options for communication. In the device settings, check the Connection Mechanisms option as shown in the reference image. This step is crucial for enabling secure and stable communication between the PLC and the HMI. Once you finish setting the parameters, download them to the PLC and restart the system to apply the changes. Now let's move on to configuring the HMI. Set the HMI hardware to a LAN IP address, for example 192.168.1.100. In the WebAccess HMI Designer, select the Siemens S7 PLC and enter the communication parameters to match your PLC's network settings. This ensures that the HMI can successfully communicate with the PLC over the Ethernet network. Double-check all IP addresses and subnet masks to avoid connection issues. In the HMI software, you'll find a PLC device list that includes bit and word devices. These represent the various data points and memory areas you can monitor or control from the HMI. Understanding how to map these devices is key to building effective HMI screens and ensuring accurate data exchange. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the device list structure and how it relates to your PLC program. Let's visualize the network topology for this setup. The Siemens S7-1200 PLC and the HMI are both connected to a central hub or switch, forming a local area network. Each device is assigned a unique IP address within the same subnet, allowing seamless communication. This schematic helps clarify how data flows between the PLC and HMI, and why correct IP configuration is so important for reliable operation. Understanding the core concepts behind PLC HMI communication is essential. The PLC acts as the control unit, processing inputs and outputs, while the HMI serves as the user interface for monitoring and control. Communication is established over Ethernet using TCP IP protocols. Proper configuration of IP addresses, subnet masks, and device parameters ensures data can be exchanged reliably and securely between the two systems. If you encounter issues during setup, start by checking all physical connections and ensuring both the PLC and HMI are powered on. Verify that IP addresses and subnet masks are correctly configured and that both devices appear on the network. If communication fails, try restarting both devices and re-downloading the configuration. Also, make sure that the correct PLC driver is selected in the HMI software and that any required firmware or software updates are installed. To wrap up, connecting a Siemens S7-1200 PLC to WebAccess HMI Designer 2.1 via Ethernet is a straightforward process when you follow the correct steps. Always ensure your network settings are consistent, use static IP addresses for reliability, and double-check all configurations before going live. With these best practices, you'll achieve stable and efficient communication between your PLC and HMI, enabling effective monitoring and control of your automation system. Thanks for watching, Smiling Face with Smiling Eyes. I hope this technical video helped you. For more useful automation and technical support videos, make sure to subscribe to Automation Tech Support, like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated.